We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Gets around him, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 25-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set
at their 25-yard line.
A 1st down throw here for Corral.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
And the offense, they've really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sideline.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused. Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
Yeah, they are on the board. It's now 9-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, our score, 9-3. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
To return is Roberts. 51 yards on the punt there.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Again, it's Foreman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Fourth down, Corral looking to throw it. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
On first down, Corral.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle with Eckler. And some room to run now. Touchdown, L.A.
Austin Eckler, 32 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Corral on first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the... Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
On 1st and 10, Darnold.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Foreman. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Deontay Foreman.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On second down, Eckler. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
We'll drop this one off to Eckler. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now here we go on 4th. Darnold. And Marshall's got it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Darnold.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Again, Darnold.
Checks this down to Hubbard.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their 36-yard line.
He'll hand off here to Eckler. And space tough to come by there as he'll give maybe a yard to the 37.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Second and 10, here's Herbert once more.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert throwing again. He finds his target, Allen. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Eckler now between the tackles.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. First down, and they stick with Eckler.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Touchdown, Chargers!